Hey yo, hey yo, how you doing, guys? It's me, the one AJ, representing 1/5 of them boys. So you know what that means? We're here. And why are we here? Because we went to a show, so we need to review a show. Now, I'm going to make this ultra quick. Why? Because I'm a bit late and the next show's coming up today. So I'm going to review it, knock it out, so you've got a bit of a feel of what to expect. Yes, guys, the Ministry of Wrestling have gone down to a show and a promotion that we have long been dying to go to, and that is UBW. Yeah, guys, we finally made our way down to the Fairfield halls for Thunder in Fairfield. An absolutely really exciting show. A really exciting show. There was so much to go through on the card, and there was a star that me and Big Tone had the opportunity to meet. It's the second time I've seen him perform live, and I was very honored. And there was a star who even outdone that. No offense to the big star that most people will be looking forward to us talking about when it comes to this show. However, let's kick it off with the Square One Championship as we talk about Philip Bedwell versus Big Wade for the Square One title. This match was pretty interesting. The Square One title, from what I've understood, is your NXT title, dare I say, for anyone who's not familiar with UBW. It's for the stars who have made their way into the game and they're slowly elevated up. Former champions include Adonis Payne, now known as Chris Aries, and also Harrison Leon. That's two that I'm aware of. I'm sure there are more. Probably Jackson Hart as well. Not too sure, so I don't quite. However, our current champ is Big Wade, and he is taking on a veteran in the shape of Phil Bedwell. Phil is the face in this, and Big Wade is the heel. Trust me, it's there. And if you have not seen Big Wade in action, guys, the name is not a joke. He is indeed a big dude. And Phil, not so big. Built like a brick house, but not the size of Big Wade. And that was definitely the impacting situation between the two in this clash. Very solid back and forth. Phil gave it absolutely everything, had the crowd behind him, roaring behind him. Really impressive moves. However, it was not enough to take down the big man that is Big Wade, who just continuously was able to overpower and in the end use his strength and size to secure the victory. And still your Square One champion, Big Wade, who will be defending his title against RJ Singh later on today. If you have a chance of going down there, I sadly won't be able to make it there. However, I will advise you to try your best to check out the product. Up next was a grudge match where we had Hustle Malone versus Freddie Idol. Now, I'm unfortunate to not know the reasons behind this being a grudge match, but I could see that these guys went to town. And what I loved, first time seeing both of these guys perform, great performers, got to get that out off the bat. But Hustle Malone has this whole superhero gimmick going down. He is like literally Mr. comic book movies. The pants have got Spider-Man in there, and he came out with, wait for it, a Captain America shield, which was used in the match. Yes, it was indeed used in the match, and it had a lot of fun in this match, guys. There was a lot of fun to be had in that. You could see the tensions were definitely a rife between those two. They went around the arena as well, which made it very exciting. You had a real feel for these two going on there. Bit of tomfoolery, and yes, as much as the show opened with the Shield also had a bit of an impact in the deciding factor of the win. And that win indeed went to Hustle Malone. So congratulations to you, Hustle Malone, not only on being a true superhero. Oh, one of the lines that I heard that absolutely cracked me up was, I can do this all day. And I don't know if everyone got it, but as a true Marvel fan, that really had me cracking up. But yes, Hustle Malone picked up the victory and also hopefully was able to secure the end of that grudge. Will it continue? I don't know. You don't know. Keep it UEW to find out. Now, earlier, I alluded to the fact that there was a major international star who was down for the Fairfield and Thunder, and we will be talking about him later on. However, I did say there was a gentleman that had me more excited to be at UBW. Now, there are many UBW alumni that I have seen, and I've seen them at other shows, and it's been great to see them perform. The ministry have become great fans, and I dare hope to say friends of a lot of these UBW stars. However, one that I can say we have made a friend of, and we have a fan of, but have not seen the opportunity to perform, is the current UBW Legacy Champion, Arthur Scurro. And yes, we've got to see Arthur in action, defending his legacy title against the human beatbox machine that is Murdoch. Now, Murdoch I've seen a few times down the Riot, so it was nothing new, but I was like, oh, this was new to see Murdoch as a heel, because I've only seen Murdoch on the face. I didn't see him on his Spike Trevay days, as it were. But that wasn't the thing. The main excitement for the ministry was to finally see someone that we have been longing to see for the absolute longest while in the legacy champion himself, Arthur Scarrow. And do you know what warmed us even more? The fan reaction that Arthur gets. Absolutely insane. He is over AF. I'm going to keep it clean because I know UBW is a family show, so we're going to keep it family too. But absolutely over. And his gimmick is absolutely gold. Like I'm aware he was a pirate, but I didn't know how well he plays into the pirate, how well he owns the gimmick, the entertainment he provides for the audience, top standard, top tier. And that's not taken away from the fact that as well as the entertainment, great in-ring performer. And that the same for Murdoch. These guys, solid. Great match, a lot of fun in there. And ultimately, we were very happy because why? The legacy champ remained. He is still your champ, reigning, defending, and gave such a heartfelt speech to everybody in the arena that I say the arena, in the hall, that it was because of them he is a champ. And he thanked everybody. He got one of the greatest ovations I've seen for someone and seen him on the first time. So Arthur, keep doing your thing. Same goes to you, Murdoch. But yeah, I was very happy to have seen this legacy match. Very, very nice title as well. And that's not preference. I just really like the look of that title as well. So keep up the good work, guys. And that's when we led into an intermission. I suppose now is spoiler time because yes, it was at this point that Big Tone and myself got to meet the international star, the man of the hour, as it were, the one that had everybody losing their mind. Former WWE star, current TNA star, leader of the Sanity faction. Yes, guys, I'm talking about the one and only EY. Eric Young was in the house down at Fairfield Halls, and that's during the intermission when he got to go and meet and greet. Got to finally meet EY because just around this time last year, I just looked at a poster there because it was October 28th. I was down in Newcastle and I saw EY performing live for the first time for Turning Point, but that's not the point. He was down in the Fairfield Hall this year, and I got a chance to chop it up with an absolute legend in the game, and that was a great way to spend an intermission. Like, I can't go any further. Absolutely great gentleman who has the most appreciation for his fans, but we will get into that a bit later on when we talk about his match. Right, so the second half of the show kicked off with Tristan Pretty versus Josh Spicer. Now, I have seen Josh Spicer perform at the very first Ignite show I've been to, and sadly not been able to see him perform again because he is such a talent. Tristan Pretty, this is the first time I've seen him perform. Now, Tristan is one of those guys, once again, has the fans on his side. So you've got your clear face and you've got your clear heel on this one. But in the end, in a solid back and forth match, Josh Spicer took the win. Okay, up next, we had some tag team action with Jay Alexander and Delphine versus Progressive Overload. Now, Progressive Overload are... oh my God, the nuclear heat that those guys are able to get is insane. You could talk about the love that people get. The absolute madness, the noise that came out for the hate for these guys was absolutely bat crap crazy, man. Absolutely bat crap crazy. But well done to them. And I know they're affiliated with the manager who manages the UBW champion, Ricky Calvé. We'll get into that later on. But the heat was absolutely insane. Now, what's weird and I love about the multiverse of wrestling is you can be an absolute heel somewhere and then an absolute face somewhere else. And this is the case for Delphine. I have seen Delphine as part of the Hardest Men down at Purpose Wrestling, where he is booed the hell out of. He is cheered like hell over here. And Jay Alexander, who I've also seen down at Purpose, is still a face, but I'm like, oh, those two shouldn't work. But they are an awesome tag team. And it was a solid, I cannot emphasize this enough, solid tag team match for the tag titles. That solid back and forth. I was very, very nearly believing that we were going to see some new tag champs crowned because the action had it going. That so many near falls on both ends, so many devious side movements from Progressive Overload. Had you thinking they had it, then they don't, then they do. Then it looked like Jay Alexander and Delphine would get it, but unfortunately, those dastardly Progressive Overload are still your UBW tag team champions, and a great match that I would like to, I'd like to see that go down again. I would like to see if those guys have another chance at the tag titles because it looks very exciting. And now for your main event, the world-class maniac himself, the leader of Sanity, former Violent by Design. I say leader of Sanity because I've seen him still appear with them in Progress. But yes, you know who I'm talking about, guys. The face, the heart and soul of TNA Wrestling, Mr. Eric Young, took on the UBW champion, Ricky Calvé, for the UBW title. Now, I have to applaud Ricky for coming out and doing his thing. He's got the title designed to match his attire. He comes out with his manager, and they've got the Sanity poster. They've put spray painted a V over it so it says Vanity. The heat continued. Remember I said Progressive Overload had? The heat continued throughout on that match, and like these guys know how to get heat, but also the love for Eric Young. Eric may be Canadian. Eric may do a lot of stuff in the States. Eric is definitely an adopted son of the UK because it is twice I have seen him, and the love he gets is not to be underestimated. So maximum props to Eric for that, and you can see what a veteran in the ring looks like. And when I say veteran, it's not to dismiss it. There's a long-standing career there that needs to be respected. Such an awesome match, such talent on display on both sides. Like, this is my first time seeing Ricky Calvé perform, and he done what he could with Eric. You know, like, it was a match. It was a match. You just are on the edge of your seat. You're watching it. You're waiting to see it, and you're like, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You got an international star down at a UK show, and you're like, oh, are we really going to get treated to this? Is Eric Young going to be UBW champion? But you always have to doubt, like, schedules permitting. You know, this is from an older view. Like, I don't know how the younger generation feel, but I'm always like, can it happen? Can it happen? But boy, do I believe it's happening. You see it. Eric's dropping absolutely everything. But however, nefarious means be the way. And Ricky Calvé is still your UBW champion. However, the beatdown that ensued after that, and thinking you could get away with it, no one gets away with that on the World Class Mania. So Eric was in the end able to clean house and gave us a heartfelt speech once again that just really showed appreciation from a man who has toured the world. He's here in the Fairfield halls, and I'm not knocking the Fairfield halls. Eric's toured the world, but he has been all over the world, and he just shows appreciation everywhere. He just gave absolute nothing but love to the UBW crowd. He was only meant to do the meet and greets during the intermission. He stayed back. Eric stayed back and done some more meet and greets. Gave absolutely everybody his time. An absolute gentleman. So if by any chance, Eric Young, you are seeing this, the Ministry of Wrestling would like to thank you, not only for what we saw at Turning Point last year, but for what you've done at Thunder in Fairfield, and more importantly, your entire career. Not that it's over, far from over. I pray for it to be far from over, because you are awesome. You are awesome. But no, guys, look, more than anything, UBW also gets a you are awesome. Also want to take this time to put a big shout out to Wrestling Outsiders UK. Yeah, we've been to many shows together, mainly Ignite, dare I say, but we actually got a chance to meet in person. So that was really cool. Like, chop it up. Here we are. You see a little picture there, which is always cool to have a bit of love shared between the two Worlds of Wrestling podcasts. And do you see we're both a bit NWO influence, so that's also a good feel. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, red and black was the next design that we worked on, but you know, yeah, look, that's not the point. The point is nothing but love to those guys. Made us feel very welcome in which is essentially their home. So thank you for having great doors, you know, opening your doors to us, and great open arms as well. We truly appreciate that, and just keeping it real, guys. UBW is a place to be, and sadly, as I said, I can't be there. Got other commitments that I have to commit to, as it were. But I would like to put it out there. You may not be in Stevenage. You may not have the time to go down there. However, tonight, the UBW Stevenage Scarefest is happening at 5 o'clock. So if there is a chance to still get tickets, make your way down there. As I said earlier, Square One Championship on the line. RJ Singh takes on Big Wade. Memes takes on Liam McCarthy, a talent I saw not too long ago. Absolute great performer. And we also have Freddie Idol versus Tristan Pretty. So maybe that grudge match is over. And obviously, I'm going to put a shout out. My boy Jackson Hart is going to be in performance down there. So if you do have a chance to watch it, guys, head on down there. Support a great company. Family friendly, great time. I guarantee it. I endorse it. Yeah, I put my name on it. Go and check them out. If you can't, try and find them on demand or online somewhere, because you know what? UBW is the place to be. It's a promotion that the ministry will hope to be down at again in the near future. But until the next time, guys, this is the one AJ saying, you love wrestling, we love wrestling, so let's talk wrestling. How are we going to talk wrestling? At Ministry of Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook, at Ministry of Wrestling on YouTube, and MOW News on X, also known as Twitter. So until the next time, I am out, and I will see you soon. Keep loving wrestling, guys. See ya.